Rahogam here for Punchout Boxing. Well, her name is Harli Whitwell. She hits really well. I think that's the lyrics for your anthem.
Yeah, her name is Harli Whitwell, and we know that she hits well. La 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 la.
I recall it from your debut here. Yeah, Harli, 2 fights in a row, starting to show some real punching power. Before the 4th, me and my colleagues were saying if she wanted to box, she could make this easy, and then you unloaded 4 lead left hooks in a row, nailed her, thought it could have been stopped. You looking to be the puncher now?
Yeah, I'm just looking to not get caught too much coming in, learning when to fight when I need to fight and box when I need to box, and just showing my boxing ability as well as like my powerful sides. Just not scrapping too much. I've done a lot of that in the amateurs, and I just want to show that my range in terms of my skills when I'm boxing, so going up and down the levels, and yeah, I think I've done that well tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And lightweight, is that going to be your preferred championship weight?
I could move up and down. I think I could have got down a little bit more for this fight, so we weighed in at 61s today, but I can definitely go lighter. The lighter, the more powerful I think I'm going to be, and the more of a threat I'm going to be to my other opponents at that weight. So yeah, it depends really, but there's a lot of fights there for me to move up and down, so yeah, whatever works for me.
Yeah, absolutely. You are in the weight range which is stacked,
yeah.
So there's no easy routes, but as you know, with the women's game, you can have sort of half a dozen fights and then be ready for the big fights. How quickly do you want to move?
I'm only, just turned 23, so I'm still quite young. Don't want to put too much pressure on getting on the big shows, but obviously if I get asked and when the time's right, I'll definitely be up for them. But taking it nice and slow and learning in each fight, I'm getting better, as you can see, in each fight. So when I'm ready to get the better opponents, the bigger fights on the bigger shows on TV, then yeah, we'll be taking those. But yeah, not for another, say, year or so. Yeah, whenever I'm ready.
Steve, got to bring you in. Unique, one of the few, if not only, fathers in the game cornering and coaching his daughters.
Yes.
Some coaches have said it's their worst nightmare having to watch their daughters get hit. How do you cope with it?
Well, she's been in the gym since she was 5, 6 years old, all through the amateurs, and yeah, so we had a game plan that she's more suited to the pros. In the amateurs, she used to fight too much, trying to get in the box, and we just said, look, everyone's like, she's more suited to the pros, and I think we're showing that now, but she can box. She showed a bit more of that tonight, that she's going to box, she can pick her shots. She does hit hard. CONNOLLY, to be fair, was not getting knocked out tonight, and we didn't go looking for it. I did say to her, don't go looking for it. If it's there, take it. But let's box a few rounds out and see how we get on. And you can see exactly what happened when she put it on in the 4th round. You know, these 2-minute rounds are hard because the bell goes too quick, but she would have had her out of there. But you know, the last 2 rounds, said, look, if she's there to take it, otherwise we're 4 rounds up, why risk it? I want to see nice jab, nice boxing. And compared to the last fight where she got involved in a scrap too much, it's a very exciting fight, but she got caught with too many shots. So this time was smarter, and it showed an improvement. Her hook was landing at will. Right hand not so much, but they were expecting that. I think they were covering up for it. Her jab was amazing, and her footwork and her movement was great. So barely took a shot, and exactly the progression we want. And like I say, you were saying about it's a stacked division. Lightweight is great, and I think most of them in the lightweight she could beat right now. 2 or 3 in there we're not ready for yet. Preferably I want her down to super featherweight. On the day before weigh-in she'll do it comfortably, but you're talking about someone who boxed girls up to 69 kilos in the amateurs, so the power doesn't bother her. She takes a good shot, she hits hard, and at super featherweight she'll be a monster, absolute monster, but it's no rush. Like I say, we're going to take our time, we're going to build her up slowly, purposely doing it away from the cameras. Obviously, you know, she had a good background. She boxed for England a few times, wasn't her thing. Obviously, her sister boxes on GB. Has been on GB for 6 years, in England for 10 years. So, one day if she comes over, I'm going to have 2 sisters, first 2 in this country. So that's the plan. But at the moment, it's all about this girl making her own identity, boxing the way she wants to box, and we won't be rushed. And a lot of these girls, I think, are getting pushed too quick. I know there's not a massive pool of girls to box, but she's 23. I'm not going to rush her. And I think that's being a dad, managing and coaching her, that's where I will put a stamp on it if I think she's going too quick. And when she's ready to be unleashed on the big screen, you can see tonight, as soon as she started to have that girl out there in the fourth, the whole place got behind her. Half them people we don't know, but they saw an amazing fighter who's 3 fights in. When she's 8 or 9 fights in, she's going to be knocking on the door of titles. And yeah, there's no rush, but really proud of the way it was a mature performance against a tough competitor, CONNOLLY. You know, she's been stopped a few times on her feet, but she weren't getting stopped tonight, and Harli caught with that hook every time. Maybe could have put the backhand on the end, but she wasn't getting knocked out tonight, and she done the right thing. Got back on her jab, boxed, relaxed, and polished performance. So much better. And in the pros, that's what you have to do. It's like I said on her last fight, it's not the amateurs. This ain't the amateurs. Don't go there trying to swing with them. Box. There's going to be the odd moments in each round where you can have a nice little tear up, and if you don't get them out of there, you step back and box. And you box smart. And if you box this smart, we've got to work on the defence a little bit more, but the punch power's there, the punches are amazing, the movement's good. Sometimes she drops her hands, don't want to get caught. And it happens to it. I said to anyone, Lennox Lewis, Mike Tyson, they all got stopped. But I ain't going to happen to this one. If I had my way, a tight defence, we're going to work on the inside more. Even tonight, she said, when I get inside, she's hitting, that's when she's catching me. Right, keep it long then. Why get on the inside? Box smart. This girl can't beat you on the outside. And yeah, no reason to get on the inside. There's a lot harder fights down the line. There's a lot of girls out there that we like the look of, and some decent girls out there. The pool of girls is actually really, really good. But I think she'll be right up there within the next couple of years. And I say no rush.
Absolutely. I mean, sleepy St Ives, Cambridgeshire, not a hotbed of boxing talent, but I mean, you could be the first star, male or female, and get a whole county behind you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the first female in Cambridgeshire to turn professional. Obviously, my sister, hopefully once she's got the Olympics out of the way, she'll be joining me, and we'll be the first 2 sisters in the country to turn over pro together.
If you go back a few years, obviously Robert Smith, the General Secretary of the Border Patrol, he's from St Ives, used to box out of his dad's gym in St Ives, Dave Boy Green, Joe Bugner. There was massive fights and fighters coming out of St Ives many years ago, and 20 years in January I started that club, and my idea was like, let's try and get St Ives back on the map. And we've got a great amateur team coming through. I mean, you know, some amazing boxers that have come through over the years, and now we're starting to do it with the pros and homegrown pros, and actually out of my household as well, which is even better. But you know, we've got other pros coming through, and there's a whole heap of these. Trust me, I've got a girls team that honestly is going to shake up the division down the line, and she's going to lead the way. Yeah.
You're an absolute pioneer, and you mentioned your younger daughter Shona. She's aiming for the Olympics next year.
My older daughter Shona, he's stood behind you right now. She's obviously on the GB podium squad. She just went to the qualifiers for the European Games. Unfortunately, she had an injury 7 weeks before, turned her ankle over, having treatment over 7 weeks. She went, they still sent her and got beat in the first round, but out of the team, a lot of them got beat in the first round because it's a tough tournament. But there's other tournaments, there's 2 more qualifiers before then. She's got to get her ankle better, get fit again, get back winning gold medals. She was #1 on GB last year, most improved boxer. Out of everyone on GB, she got the award at the end of 2022. I want it on 2023, and I want her in the Olympics next year. And she can write her own checks after that. To be honest, you can list off, and I'm not going to name any names if you don't do that, but the amount of girls she's beaten down the line who are now turning pro or actually won world titles, you know, we've already got wins over them girls, and most of them are friends of hers now. But down the line, there's another one coming through, but she's got her heart set on the Olympics since 5 years old. We're not going to think about anything other than that until after Paris.
Wow, what a story. I can't wait to see how the Whitwell story unfolds. All right, absolute pleasure, Steve. Keep up that great work. And
it's hard work. But yeah, it's hard work. Having 2 daughters doing it, they don't spar each other, if you're asking that as well, because they don't get on when they spar. But we've got enough sparring around the area with other people. But mean, they're around the same weight. Shona will come out a bit lighter than Harli. And yeah, ideally, let's get an Olympic medal and let's clean up the division, both of them. That's my plan, and that's my plan for, obviously, when they were 5, I never thought they'd be boxing pro because there was no real women's pro boxing apart from Jane Couch and a few others in America. But the opportunities now, amazing. And they can make money, they can set themselves up for life and win some titles. And we're all about winning titles, that's what it's about, and looking after them. And they will not take a fight that they haven't got a chance of winning. You've got to take risks down the line, 100%. But at the moment, it's building this one up. And when it comes time for the other one to join us, she'll already be winning belts, trust me.
Can't wait to see it. And just hope when you're superstars, you look after Dad as well.
Fingers crossed. Thank you.
All right, Steve, Harli, look forward to the next one.